Good morning, students. I am Mukesh Singh Bagel. I teach you a subject named manufacturing process. Today we will discuss about TIG welding. My dear students, in a previous lecture, we already discussed about types of welding, classification of welding, and also about gas welding, resistance welding. And today we will discuss about electric arc welding. In a electric arc welding, TIG welding and the MIG welding we are used. So, my dear student, TIG welding is the part of electric arc welding. Okay, so when we discuss about electric arc welding in a previous lecture, I already discussed about how the electric arc is work. So today we will discuss about especially TIG welding. My dear student, TIG means tungsten inert gas welding. The tungsten inert gas welding means in this welding we are using non-consumable tungsten electrode. So let's explain by the help of this TIG welding within a diagram. So my dear student, when we discuss about TIG welding, you can see in this figure, this is the arrangement of TIG welding. You can see in this figure, we are using in this process a non-consumable tungsten electrode are used, which is mounted in a specific electrode holder and in a welding operation is done by striking an arc between the workpiece and tungsten electrode. My dear student, when we discuss about TIG welding, you can see in this figure, we are using a electrode. This electrode is known as the fixed tungsten electrode. And we discuss about the operation. In this operation, welding operation is done by striking an arc between the workpiece and tungsten electrode in an atmosphere of inert gas. My dear student, when we discuss about the gas, we are using inert gas. In an inert gas, we are using helium, neon, argon, CO2, etc. So when we discuss about TIG welding, you must have a knowledge about the inert gas because these inert gas are very important in a TIG welding as well as MIG welding. So after striking the arc, it is allowed to impinge on the job and a molten weld pool is created. In this welding, we are using the welding torch and the flare metal are generally capped inclined at angle of 70 to 80 degree and 10 to 20 degree respectively with the flat workpiece. So when we discuss about, you can see the angle, the angle of the angle of the welding torch and the flare metal are, it may be 70 to 80 degree एंड 10 टू 20 डिग्री. ठीक है, आप इस फिगर में देख सकते हो जो हमने वेल्डिंग टॉर्च का एंगल लिया है वो तकरीबन 70 से 80 डिग्री के बीच में है एंड वी आर यूजिंग द फ्लर मेटल and the angle of the flare metal are 10 to 20 degree respectively with the flat workpiece. In this figure, we are also discuss about, if we discuss about inert gas, so we are using argon. Argon is normally preferred over helium. As I told in previous lecture, in this TIG welding, in this resistance arc welding, we are using the inert gas. In the inert gas, we are using generally argon or helium. But when we discuss about the TIG welding, in a TIG welding, argon is normally preferred over helium because it required a lower arc voltage. My dear student, listen to carefully when we discuss about the inert gas. In this case, in this process, we are using argon. Argon is normally preferred over helium because it required a lower arc voltage. Because it required lower arc voltage, is easier arc starting and provides a smooth and arc action. It is also economical and heaviest. So I repeat again why we are using the argon. Argon is normally preferred over helium because it requires a lower arc voltage, easier arc starting, and provides a smooth arc action. It is also economical and heaviest. So when we discuss about the operation, in the operation, we are using non-consumable tungsten electrode, which is mounted as you see in the figure, which is mounted in a specific special electric holder. Welding operation is done by striking. Welding operation कैसे done complete होती है जब strike जब when we strike the arc. Welding operation done by striking an arc between the workpiece and the tungsten electrode in an atmosphere of inert gas. Okay, after striking the arc, it is allowed to impinge on the job and a molten weld pool is created. So when we discuss about the tungsten adhesive welding, in a tungsten adhesive welding, the most important thing is that we are using non-consumable electrode of tungsten. So after that, why we are using the TIG? Where we are using the TIG? So in a TIG, in other words, we can say that the application of TIG in welding of carbon steel. When we want welding of carbon steel, we are using the TIG welding. Stainless steel also weld by the TIG welding. Nickel, aluminium, magnesium, brass, copper, bronze, titanium. These are the metal which are used for the welding by the help of the TIG. By the help of the TIG, they can easily weld these metal. So my dear student, this is all about tungsten inert gas welding. So I hope you can understand why we use the tungsten and how we can use the TIG welding. And also, I also discuss about the application of TIG welding. So thank you very much. In the next class, we will discuss about the MIG welding. So thank you very much.